Hi Pisces, how are you? This is Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I'm going to do a Pisces read now. I have Pisces, my Chiron's in Pisces, and my daughter's Pisces, so I definitely have an affinity towards Pisces. I already pre-shuffled, so I'm just going to shuffle a few more times. Oh God, let's see what's going on today. Okay, Pisces. October 27, 2019, for the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn for Pisces today? October 27, 2019, Pisces. Okay. So, first card out for you guys. Page of Pentacles. Challenged by the Hierophant reversed. The foundation is the Empress reversed. And the recent past is the Two of Pentacles upright. Crowning the read is the Two of Cups. Beautiful. And soon to be is the Ten of Swords reversed. You see yourself as the King of Swords reversed. That could be a male in your energy as well. And around you, how other people see you, is the Ten of Cups reversed. Then the blocks that you need to clear for Pisces is the Seven of Swords. I know that one for sure. And then arriving at the Sun afterwards. Beautiful. And you actually have the Sun aligned with the Two of Cups up top, so it's really beautiful. I do a bit of a hangman configuration at the end, so what's hanging in limbo, so what's connecting it, and it's the King of Pentacles. And what's hanging is the Five of Swords reversed. And then I was pull an extra card for you guys too, to surprise you. I'll show that to you at the end. Okay, so the bottom of the deck, the underlying energy is the King of Cups reversed. And I also work with a few cards below, so I'm going to arrange the cards just for a moment here. Okay. So this is the bottom of the deck. We had the Wheel of Fortune here, so things were going great, and then there's some recovery that needed to happen, whether it's in a practical way, injury, finances, whatever it is. You did feel left out in the cold after this positivity here. All of a sudden you were left out in the cold and are now recovering from that quickly, so quickly happened. And then we go to the Queen of Swords reversed with the Star card here reversed, so that's some depression there, and then the King of Cups reversed, who could also be depressed, but also could be emotional detachment. He could be manipulative. He could be a drinker. So if you're Pisces, you could be this King of Cups reversed for sure. But there's a Queen of Swords reversed involved too, who could be either verbally abusive to you, so that could be at work or home, anywhere really. And then they could just be really deeply hurt or in sorrow, could be in grief for someone who passed, and they're depressed. But you're both reversed here with the Queen of Swords and then the King of Cups, both reversed with the Star card reversed in between, which can be loss of hope in the relationship or just depression between the two, so that codependency of misery loves company. Or just needing to ride something out, you know, like leaving a job, you know, when you don't want to be there anymore, kind of having to ride out those energies of recovering. It's like you're left out in the cold because you're leaving. Maybe you didn't fit in there. But you're recovering as you're still needing to work with this energy, which is negative. Okay, so it was good initially. You probably learned a lot from the experience. Or again, this could be a relationship or anything really. The recent past is the Two of Pentacles here. Okay, so that's about, you know, doing the daily grind, whatever you need to do to get by. But this is the daily grind, or it could be a performance as well. So you got to be careful about that card. You know, it's about the dance between your masculine and feminine and juggling the day-to-day, everything that you need to do. But be careful you're being authentic to yourself and not pretending because this can be a performer as well, trying to hide what's actually really going on behind the scenes. And we have this King of Cups reversed, so that leads me to believe that someone's performing, but they're not being authentic to themselves, and this is why they're struggling so much, especially for the masculine Pisces here. So the foundation here is the Empress reversed. All right, so that can either be someone who's sick or ill, miscarriage, abortion, all those kind of energies. But if it's not someone who's sick or ill, this is someone out of control, abusive, right? Someone who's really mean. It's definitely abuse of power, okay? And it can be like dark mother energy too. So the King of Cups can be dealing with a mother and a spouse, and both are really negative, and actually his wife might be like his mother. Or there's just a big falling out and depression between the three of them. The mother, and it doesn't have to be a couple, it can be your partner, but it also can be a sibling, anyone really. There's no real connection necessarily between the King of Cups reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed, except they're connected by this same loss of hope or depression. So however you're connected to that other person, you're both being affected by the Empress reverse, which can be a mother, grandmother, aunt, boss, anything like that, a friend, but just someone who's abusing their power, if the loss of hope isn't because you have to care for this person who is ill or sick or may have lost a child. So the center of the read is the Page of Pentacles, so that could be a loss of a child, but I'm not really getting that energy today, but it could be, with the Empress just below it. So kind of like putting the child they lost up on a pedestal, but it's very much about it's positive energy, because the Page of Pentacles is all about learning something new, being the student again, getting an opportunity or an invitation to do something new. But learning how to it's the beginning stages of learning how to manifest. It's still immature, but it's learning a trade, or learning or researching, learning all angles of a situation. But you're amidst this Empress reversed, so she's just abusing her power. She may be controlling over the kids, and the King of Cups doesn't like that. So that could be a partner or a mother, or even a teacher at school. There could be a teacher at school that's really pushing your child to learn. So it could be you think she's negative because she's pushing them too hard, or she is abusing her power. So she doesn't have to be abusing her power. You may just see her as abusing her power, but actually the student or the kid might be really eating it up because they just love it so much. But this is a good student if it is a child, someone who likes to learn. But the challenge is the Hierophant reversed. All right? So this child may be very spiritually oriented or alternative, thinks outside the box, and may not be the same, they may not resonate with the Empress reversed or the King of Cups reversed. So your child may not have the same beliefs as you, but they're thinking outside the box. They're an inventor in a way, but it's like the beginnings of a child who really loves to learn. And there is a deep connection between this Empress reversed and the child. The church or the parents may not like this connection. Or just like I said, could be a teacher that the parents don't like. There's a lot of negative Taurus energy here because we have the Empress reversed and the Hierophant reversed, so both Tauruses are reversed, along with the King of Cups reversed. But crowning for Pisces is the Two of Cups. There's a deep bond here. If you're an adult Pisces, it's a deep bond with your children. But there may be differences between you now as the child grows up, which is very difficult for you to face. So the parents or the grandparents, it could be like one parent, like the father and the mother, don't agree with what the child's doing, or they may want to go a different way as far as religion, and that's bumming them out. It's a loss of hope for the parents and the grandmother who's really into that religion. So it could be something about that, and it can just be about, it doesn't have to specifically be about religion, it can be about societal norms, any kind of power structure, the establishment that the child doesn't agree with. And this child doesn't have to be a child, it can be an adult who wants to start over again and learn something new while they're working. This could be that King of Cups. While you're working, going back to school, But the Empress reverse doesn't like that, because that means you'll have no time for her or be able to do what she wants you to do. So the challenge is breaking the old ways, breaking with commitment, with contracts, breaking with the old religion, the old establishment, the patriarchy falling. But we have the maternal patriarchy too, like that female can be just as power hungry as a male in the old paradigm of the patriarchy. So it's like both of them falling. These power structures of the old, like the old biddies came up yesterday. So it's very much about the old way. People are stuck in their old ways. Some of the old people are still very prejudiced against certain people. So that energy is coming up here. So in the near future here is the Ten of Swords reverse, which is the worst is over. The worst is over, trying to juggle and learn at the same time. So someone may be able to let something go and only do one thing. The Pisces is seeing themselves as the King of Swords reversed, okay? So this could be you, if you're a male Pisces, with the Queen of Swords reversed, but you also have the King of Cups reversed. So there could be a third party here who's interfering. Or the King of Cups reversed is you, but you see yourself as the King of Swords reversed, not the King of Cups reversed. You see yourself as you could be verbally abusive, or you could see yourself as holding back your words, negative self-talk, but other people in general, because you're Pisces, may see you more as that King of Cups reversed. That you're not really holding back your words, but you're being over-emotional or manipulative, right? And giving people silent treatment. Or maybe you drink too much. And because of that, the depression is trickling over to the Queen of Swords reversed and the Empress reversed. So no one's happy along this bottom line. You have the King of Cups reversed, the depression, so there can be the Queen of Swords reversed can be an Aquarius person. We have Libra there too, so it can have both or either one. And then the Empress is reversed with the King of Swords reversed, so she can be the mother of two brothers too, the King of Swords and the King of Cups, both reversed, because they're stuck in her old way of doing things, and it's not serving any of them. And now the Queen of Swords is being taken down with it as two, so she may be your spouse. If you have two brothers and you're one of two brothers of the Empress reversed, the Queen of Swords, Libra or Aquarius could be your spouse, or could be a sister as well. Around you, Pisces, if you're a feminine Pisces, you could be dealing with this King of Swords reversed, or you could feel like you're in your masculine energy that's very negative, with negative self-talk, so maybe in your work mode. This is around you, is the family. It could be an end of a family cycle or emotional cycle, or just everyone around you is unhappy. So maybe it's your work family situation where you don't like it because everyone's negative. There is nothing positive along this bottom line. Negative King of Cups, negative Empress, negative King of Swords, and negative family, whether it's your biological family, your work family, your friend family, it's reversed, the end of the cycle. It's time to go. Time for that all to be pushed away. So we go up to the next level, and we have the worst is over. You're doing your daily thing, you've regained balance, you're learning something new. The challenge is being more spiritual, or breaking away from the old way of doing things, the boys club, the old school way, right? So if there's any masculines over you, it may be a challenge for you, or Tauruses, the Taurus energies above you, parents or religious leaders, they still may be trying to block you learning something new. But the worst is over. The blocks you need to clear, this is important because I know this one really well. This has to do with what's in your energy. And I had this discussion with young people come over my house sometimes. Sometimes my daughter's friends will come over and we'll do cards and we'll discuss things. And often when you do people's cards, what they think is the issue for them right now is often not the case. It's something else that they weren't really looking at. And this liar, cheater, thief, or risk card, the Seven of Swords, really has to do with trust, right? Because this is someone who's not trustworthy. So if you have you have that mistrust within your DNA, even though it's not in your consciousness, it's in your subconscious. You may have a history of being unsafe, or a past life where you felt very unsafe because you'd been attacked or whatever it is. That if you're bringing this kind of energy into your world, it's because you have that wounding inside of you. And it's coming into your world to show you, you need to bring up this wounding inside of you of mistrust. Because if you don't trust people, you're going to pull into your world, people who steal, people who lie, and people who cheat. Risk takers. And is that what you want for yourself? So it's about doing that shadow work. When you react to someone who's not trustworthy, go back to your childhood to see where you first started reacting like this. Are you a child of divorce where one of your parents left and then you had to deal with new partners coming into your relationship with your mother or your father? And could you really trust them? And then they left you again. All right, so a lot of kids whose parents split up may have trust issues because people abandoned you, they left. So as long as you hold on to that mistrust energy, you're going to pull in people who are not trustworthy. So that's very important for Pisces today. So do some shadow work with that. Really go into your childhood to see where the entry wound is, where you first started feeling this way, and why. Because now you're not a child anymore. You can look at it from another perspective and be really mature about it and actually let it go. All right, so we end up here, though, if you do that work, and it looks like you are, because you're the positive energy in this situation. You come out here. This is childlike energy. It's the sun coming out. It's Leo energy. It's about expansion, happiness, joy, just being a kid again. Allowing yourself to be free to trust no matter what. And use your discerning abilities. Instead of mistrusting and not knowing whether you should approach certain people, be open to all situations, but with your discernment, when you're present in every moment, you can feel the energy between someone. If it doesn't feel good and you feel like things are not going according to what you would like, you just excuse yourself from the situation at that point. You don't need to be fearful of going into any situation. If you stay present, you can always discern what energy is good for you and what doesn't feel good, and then you can walk away. So there's very much beautiful energy here. There's a deep connection with self with the Two of Cups, but also could be with this King of Pentacles. So if the King of Swords wasn't working out with you, maybe a new guy comes into your field that you didn't even realize because you were so wrapped up in the other guy, and all of a sudden this guy comes in and he's got it all together and he treats you really well and actually brings a lot of sun into your life. Or the person you're with all of a sudden changes, and if you're a masculine, this could be you finding your true calling with the work that you're researching, or this new manifestation that you're working on, or working with your child, because the Page of Pentacles is the King of Pentacles child. So you could find a new calling in working with children, or doing something new, manifesting with your child. So what's connecting to what's hanging in limbo still at the end of your read, Pisces, is the King of Swords is that connection. This is what's hanging in limbo, is the end of the war. This is the PTSD energies. So that has to do, like I said, if you were a child of divorce or you have abandonment issues because of that, this is about recognizing the post-war wounds and why they're there so that you can then release them. All right, but you have to give yourself that time to do that. And then after that, we end up with the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. Okay, so whether you are the Queen of Cups and you come out with the Sun and this, which is amazing, beautiful energy, you have the Two of Cups, the Sun, and this, all in alignment at the end with the King of Pentacles, post-war. What more could you ask for? And if you're the masculine, you could very much be coming into your manifestation abilities as the King of Pentacles, and this could be your partner turns into your match, or this is somebody new who comes into your life. But if you're the King of Cups reversed, that's about you fixing your relationship with the Queen of Cups. Or if you want to become the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups no longer matches you, you may decide to amicably split here in the post-war aftermath of whatever that is. But ultimately, it's really beautiful for both the masculine and feminine. I got a King of Pentacles and a Queen of Cups at the end with the Sun and the Two of Cups up there. The worst is over. You just need to work on those trust issues, and you're good. And get all that negative energy out of your field. Whether it's a work situation that you are leaving, or a family situation, you need to learn to detach from that which doesn't make you feel good. All right? You can talk to them from afar, and if they change their ways, then they can come back into your life. There's no limit on love. You can keep loving, but you need to go away from that which doesn't serve you, doesn't feel good in your life. And if they want to change that energy, or you change your energy, you may come back and resonate again at some other point. Okay? So actually, it's really beautiful. I don't even really feel much need to clarify, but I'm going to pull you. I'll pull you a card from the Kipper deck. What else is going on here? Alright, so working out differences within family or work, or leaving the situation, which is always the case. So for Pisces here, is there anything else that we need to know? Pisces, okay. Distant horizons, okay. Which is beautiful, but there's no water here. Okay. You drop the anchor, but there's nothing to anchor into, because there's no emotional depths. It's learning to appreciate how adept you are at emotions, and not trying to push all your emotions away. Because the official person is coming up here also with wealth, okay? So someone who feels like they're official and they can't be emotional in their job. It could be like putting your emotions away while you're working. You may hit the jackpot. But remember that the true wealth really comes from processing through those deep emotions and loving all of those parts about you. But there may be something, sudden wealth coming through, and with it, possibly that official person, that King of Pentacles could be definitely be an official person. It could be a career thing where you may hit the jackpot as far as a career offer and or a relationship offer. But it looks more about manifesting here. So, looks good for you. You know, after maybe a lot of worry that you might not get the job that you need, maybe if you're not making a lot of money right now. It definitely looks very positive coming in. So, let's see here. I want to know what I'm going to clarify the Empress reversed, since she's a major, and also the Hierophant reversed, which is your challenge. And then we'll do the Sun at the end, which is really positive. So we have Taurus, Leo, and of course all the energies from the air signs, all the air signs, all the water signs. Yeah, we have two waters. So we have a King and Queen of Cups and a King and Queen of Swords. So a lot of air and water of all the signs. So why is the Empress reversed here? Why is the Empress reversed? So we have the Six of Swords, which is called Science in this deck. It's the Thoth deck. And then Six of Cups, which is Pleasure, reversed. This is for the Empress. So she seems to be coming off as a very logical mind. She finds peace in logic, and she doesn't deal with emotions at all. She doesn't like child energy. She has a very negative past, or has a history of kids with issues, or the relationship between her and the kids isn't good. So she may not like kids, actually. Or she just has a very negative past, and so because of that, she's pushed down all of her emotions and she only deals in logic now. So she has issues. So who is the Hierophant reverse? Why is that a challenge for Pisces today? The Hierophant. We have Truce reversed and Gain reversed. Okay, and that's like this one's like the Sovereign, the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So feeling powerless, the Hierophant reversed, is the challenge for the Page of Pentacles. It could be someone who's dependent, a child, like I said, or it could be an adult who's dependent They feel like a child because they're dependent on this Empress, who could be a mother. And the Four of Swords reversed. So not sleeping at night, rising above, being dependent or having to still live with your mother. It's that kind of energy. Or having to live by their rules or the religious rules. So that's the challenge for this child. Living with this mother who has issues from her childhood. All right, and then we come out with the Sun. So the Sun has the Wild card. I'm not even sure what this card's supposed to mean, but I use it as the Wild card. I'm familiar with the symbol, but not this deck, what it's supposed to mean. So the Wands, the Five of Wands is reversed here. So the battle is over. Any kind of strife is over. And this is for Pisces, the Sun. You got the Wild card. The battle's over. The competition's done. No more conflict. All right? No more fighting. It's like you won. Okay? It's like you gain clarity along with this King of Pentacles who comes along here. The King of Pentacles comes along to end the war and bring the Queen of Cups back to herself. That's the feminine Pisces for sure. Okay, so I hope that resonated with you. Have an amazing week, you guys. It looks really good. Rise and be loved. Bye.